How's it going, everyone? My name is McQ and welcome back to Toilet Talk. So I apologize for not having a video out last week. I got swept up with a lot of things. My life has been somewhat hectic recently and I've been just super busy with jobs and stuff, but I'll address that in a little bit. But first, I need to address why this purple thing here is here. Now, it is, I believe, it's 2:46 in the afternoon, so this side of the house has the sun coming through here, and I got all this, like, weird light thing right here, so I apologize that the lighting may be a little bit off. I'll throw in some color correction like I always do to see, but who knows how well that will fix it, so just try to ignore this. I know it's a little bit distracting and different, but... So a little bit more on why I didn't post last week is, again, as I said before, I was super busy. This past month, I've been working at my job for basically full time, and I've just been so tired and stressed out with some other things. I mean, I get called in to work all the time, and I've just been out of energy to do these kinds of toilet talks, because honestly, these toilet talks take a lot more energy out of myself than my gaming ones do. I have to do a lot of editing and a whole lot of preparation. It takes me a lot longer to edit these, so I apologize for not having one up last week. So that being said, I'm going to update you a little bit about what's happening with my life. I'll get to another announcement about what I'm going to do with this channel and with this series, and I will get on to my topic a little bit. So my life has been pretty hectic. I mean, I killed 2 wasps today within the last 24 hours, so that was hectic. But also having a full-time job at a job that doesn't originally put out full-time hours. I've been working full-time hours for about a month. It's been pretty stressful and it's been very tiresome on me. So I decided that I'm going to try to look for a different job, one that is full-time again, with hours a little bit more consistent, because my current job is they don't have a set hour, so everything is just all over the place, so it's really hard to schedule anything really around that. So I've been trying to find other jobs to work at. I got an offer at one job, but then I turned them down because it wasn't exactly what I'm looking for. But then I applied for a job that I applied for like 2 months ago. They're normally very slow to coming up with a results for their job applications and following through. It's not their fault, it's just the system that they had to go by. So I finally got an email today following up on that, so that was great news, and the job pays really well and they have consistent hours and it's really great. But they had me take a drug test. So earlier today I got to pee in a cup and a guy had to go pick it up, and that's just made my day so much better. I mean, how many times do you get to dispose of your wastes and actually kind of have to see a guy that probably hates his job? I mean, he's touching urine all the time, and he has to interact with my pee. That's kind of funny, especially on this show with toilet humor and stuff. So I don't know if I'm gonna get that job. It's looking pretty positive, but we'll just have to wait and see in the future. So that brings me on to my update for the channel and this show. I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna schedule things going forward for at least the nearby seeable future. So I think I'm going to change the uploads of this show to every other Sunday instead of every Sunday. This way I get more time to think of better topics to pick from. I get to have a little bit more time editing, and that will make the video better, and it'll just make everything better for me, and I think maybe, hopefully, it might make things better for you as long as you don't forget to watch these videos. So I'm switching to a every other week schedule for the Toilet Talks. If you have any comments or any concerns or just a comment about this change of scheduling, let me know in the comments down below, and I will take everything into consideration, and I will do my darndest to please everyone while still trying to maintain my lifestyle, even though I will probably more prefer making you guys happy, but we'll just see how it works. So on to today's topic, which I tied in with today's little announcement. It's about jobs. It's mostly going to be off a little bit about my experiences recently with jobs, but I'm going to be mostly talking about how going from a part-time job to a full-time job hour-wise. So when I started my current job about little over 3 years ago, I was back in college. My hours were about 18 hours a week, and that's pretty low even for a part-time job hours, but it was income, and that's great. So that was my first job ever, and going to work every 18 hours at the beginning, it was fun and dandy. I mean, I was doing minute, very simple tasks, and I thought to myself, wow, I'm getting paid to just move stuff? That's pretty good. But as time progressed, then I eventually got really bored of it. Oh, all I'm doing is just moving stuff. About 2 years passed, and then they upped my schedule up a little bit more, so I was working about 21 hours, I guess, every week, so that was okay. The transitioning was weird. More hours? Are you kidding me? And then these past 2 months, my job has really been understaffed, so I had to take on a lot of responsibility, and since being out of college and having a bunch of high school kids employed there, I was doing a lot of the daytime adult hours. So basically I went from 21 hours part-time, that's pretty average for part-time kind of, all the way up to about 35 to 40 plus hours every week. And my initial response was, so these past 2 months, I've gotten accustomed to more hours. When I first started working, my kind of average, regular run-of-the-mill day was about 4 hours. Now my regular average run-of-the-mill day hours was about 6 to 7 hours. When I started working for 4 hours, and then I'd randomly do for like a random like 6-hour shift all the way back then, that was torture. That sucked a lot. Now, it's not so bad. I'm super used to 6 hours, super used to 7 hours, and eventually I worked my way up to it, and I just had to deal with the hours. I think that over the years of this first job, me gradually taking on more hours step by step has really helped me. I mean, certainly when I was working there first and I was doing 4 hours, I definitely would not have been sane if I randomly got a 8-hour shift just randomly placed in the week. That would kill me. Now I feel like 4-hour shifts go by like that. It's super fast, super easy. So isn't it kind of funny how you gradually build up something to the point where now the old version is obsolete, kind of, and then just the new standard for you, now that you worked up to it, is kind of just, you're just used to it. So I thought that was an interesting perspective. Mostly it's just being an adult, which I believe I am still figuring out, I guess. I'm sure lots of people are still trying to figure out how to adult, and I'm sure some adults are still figuring out how to adult, and I'm sure some elderly people are still learning how to adult. I guess my advice would be, if you're in a similar situation or about to go in a similar situation, just deal, I guess. I mean, you'll eventually get used to it, and it will be a lot better once you're on the other side. You just gotta power through it, and at the end, you're gonna make a lot more money. You're gonna have a lot less time, but you got that money. So that's where I think I'm gonna end this episode. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Toilet Talk, and thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to watch. Be sure to check out any of the annotations I have around my head, or I guess around this new purple towel I put on right here to block the sunlight, to check out more videos that I've done. Now this month is October, so I'm going to be playing a bunch of scary games, so that's going to be great. I get to get scared off. I'm still playing Frambo, not sure why it's so long, but it's there, and eventually I will get through it. If that takes too long though, I will probably play another game and put some uploads in between the weeks of Frambo, or probably just a Frambo and a scary episode just on top of each other on one day, just so we can get some scares out of me. Because that's what I promised, and as much as I hated that I made that promise, I'm going to stick to my promise because that's what you should do. So, thank you so much for watching this episode, and as usual, I will see you in the next video. See you later.